They're freaking down, Bears fans. What's going on? It's Dan Levy, Bears latest on Fan Art Sports. We welcome you back as we start to get ready for this final preseason football game this weekend as our Chicago Bears take on the Kansas City Chiefs. And then we can all collectively say this: the Green Bay Packers suck. I had to get it out of my system. Some people, when they wake up in the morning, they got to go to the bathroom. They got to swish out water. They check their phone. I naturally get up and just say, the Green Bay Packers suck. I look up in the sky and say, Ditka, Urlacher, George Halas, swish out some mouth rinse, drink a Pabst Blue Ribbon, then we're good to go. All right, so we're talking about the Bears. We're talking about this upcoming preseason football game number 3 against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. I doubt Patrick Mahomes will be playing, but nonetheless, in Kansas City, they go. So we will be talking about that. But first and foremost, before we put a bow on preseason game number 2 against the Buffalo Bills, where the Bears showed out 3-0. Caleb Williams had an impressive 2 drives, finally showing Chicago and the rest of the world that he understands the scheme. Ben Johnson spoke, and here's what he had to say about the progress of his star quarterback, Caleb Williams.
Anytime you're a young player, there's usually a couple steps forward and 1 step back, and that's really been the story of his training camp. And he and I have been really open and honest about that as we've gone through. And he's had some really good practices, and then he's had a couple where it's like, that's not good enough, bud. So
we saw that.
Really, the 3 days of practice we had this week and this game were the most he's stacked up good days in a row right now. And so the challenge is going to be to keep pushing in that direction.
Definitely. I think the rest of the country wants to see Caleb Williams keep stacking these practices. But I'll say this. I know Ben Johnson's going to be really hard on Caleb Williams. He is implementing a whole new strategy. It's a whole new culture. It's a whole new offense. It's everything as we as Bears fans have been hoping for would happen with this organization. Still puts a smile on my face to hear that things are going in the right direction. Yes, there's a lot of people out there, even in the comments section. Feel free to jump in this comment section and let me know what your thoughts are as we make our way into this preseason game number 3. But if the Bears did horrible in their second preseason game against the Bills, if Caleb Williams threw a pick in that opening drive, if the Bears did anything less than what they did on Sunday night with a 38-0 win, the entire world would be screaming, Caleb Williams is not ready. This is going bad. It's a disaster. Ben Johnson, maybe not the right fit. And people would be going crazy. It's just funny that when they do well, everyone's like, well, we don't know. It's only a preseason. It's only preseason. We can't get our hopes up. You can get your hopes up. Bears fans, I'm giving you the permission to get your hopes up. It's what we wanted to see. We wanted to see the first drive that Caleb Williams made smart plays. We wanted to see him zip the passes. We wanted to see that when a play broke down, he was okay to throw it at his offensive lineman's feet to break it up and not try to threaten a pick or do something that he has done during these preseason dual practices and any of these family days we've seen where he has just made mistake after mistake. We wanted to see when the lights were on, when the game was real, and the defense is actually coming to tackle him and make a name for themselves. We wanted to see that Caleb could do what he could do and take the reins and be the quarterback that we've needed from the Bears to be. And we've needed that from Caleb since they drafted him number 1 last season. When he was the number 1 draft pick overall, oh my God, these are the things we wanted. We knew it was going to be probably a rough season. Everybody and their mother was saying out loud, the Bears are not going to be able to develop this quarterback. It's a travesty. We have a guy named Matt Eberflus and Shane Waldron who are going to try to take control of a once and possibly a generational talent like Caleb Williams. This is going to be a catastrophe. This is terrible, but they changed it up. Made some real changes at it, and now we have a different phase of it. And we're not the only ones taking notice of it. Caleb also spoke about his performance, and he had this to say about what he thinks is going on with his progression as we start to make our way into the 3rd preseason game against the Chiefs.
So a month ago, I think I've grown a lot. Now, my mindset is, keep growing. It's been my mindset since I've been a little child, is to keep growing and, where I'll see myself. I think, the ideas to be able to handle every single thing that I can, and everything that Ben says that, I should be able to handle. And so if that's handling everything at the line, handling everything, and taking things off other people's plates. That's what it is. And being able to do that consistently over the next couple of years is, important.
Yes, it's very important over the next couple of years. This is very important that you keep growing. These are all things that we already know, dude. The only thing is, are you the guy who's ready to take the next step? Is what we just saw going to be your consistent play going into this season? Again, it was a preseason game number 2, and we all saw what happened. We're all very happy. A big pep rally, kind of a happiness that we all saw. We loved it. But again, if we're in a situation where this is not consistent, where this is just a smoke show, and I have to see Tyson Bagent or Case Keenum lining up under center for anything, any reason at all this season, more than just giving Caleb a breather, that will be the catastrophe. We needed to see him actually execute the playbook. First string, second string, third string defense, I don't give a an F. I don't care. I wanted to see him orchestrate. I wanted to see him move the chains, and I wanted to see him actually go a first series and convert more than a first down. I wanted to see a fast march to the end zone, and he gave me that. I also got to see Luther Burden III do some things out there that I wanted to see. We had Luther making extremely well blocks. He was catching. He was doing well. A lot of things we were able to see from that first preseason game. Colston Loveland was in the action. He was involved in that first drive. Those are the things we wanted to see. Now, there were rumors of Trey Hendrickson possibly coming to the Bears. It's still a possibility as he's a holdout right now. But the answer is, well, DraftKings lists Chicago at a plus 2,500 to trade for the reigning NFL sack leader. Look, the Bears need an edge rusher. It's not even a joke anymore. This defense needs it. Where it comes from, I don't know. But here's what we do know, that the odds are standing against the Bears. The Bengals are the heavy favorites to keep him. And any trade destinations, the Panthers are probably the leader, followed by the Lions, and the Bears, again, are the dead last one. But the current situation, Montez Sweat, is what we have. We have free agent additions like Dayo Odengbo and Grady Jarrett. But we need more. We need more of that edge rusher. We need more to show that we could do that kind of stuff. The Bears want another difference maker up front, but odds makers are insiders. All agree that Trey Hendrickson probably won't be wearing anything else but a Bengals uniform. And you know what? It's okay. I just like that the possibility of the Bears actually being in the run for this one. It makes me happy. It makes me happy to know that one. More saga going on with the Bears' new stadium deal. That's right. We are all talking about Arlington Heights. We had the president of the Bears talking to the media, and he was actually on the broadcast, Kevin Warren, talking about what's going on with it. There's a lot of different factors that are in the mix. Arlington Heights, the push. The Bears are making progress with the suburban leaders and a massive new dome stadium with that one. But the project hinges on state legislation this fall to secure key tax breaks. Also, J.B. Pritzker still is wanting to get things done and had them at Soldier Field. There's a possible $3.2 billion lakefront stadium near Soldier Field. That's what they're trying to do, but Pritzker is skeptical about taxpayer costs. That's it. Other suitors, other suburbs, Naperville, Waukegan, Aurora, Rockford, Richmond Park, even Country Club Hills have all pitched the Bears a potential site, and even Indiana. The lawmakers are trying to do that one. The big hurdle is Soldier Field, the debt. Chicago still owes $525 million from the 2003 renovation, and city lawmakers aren't eager to take another stadium bill. So there's a lot of issues going on with that one. What happens with the stadium? I don't know, but all the plans that I'm seeing that could happen for Arlington Heights makes me excited, but there will be a little bit of a tear shed if they are no longer playing at the lakefront, and the Chicago skyline is not the backdrop for a Bears game. But that one's going to continue on. We got a couple of years to decide where that's going to happen, and I look forward to seeing where the Bears will play here in the future. But who they put on that field, no matter where it is, I'm hoping it's Caleb Williams. I'm hoping it's a championship team, and I'm hoping we can all say it one more time with me. The Green Bay Packers suck. That's going to do it for Bears latest on Fan Art Sports. I'm Dan Levy. We're talking Bears. We're talking next preseason game, final one against the Kansas City Chiefs. We'll keep this puppy rolling. You keep on commenting and talking. Let's keep the chatter going. Subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. Hit the bell. Get a notification every time we post a new episode. They're coming out pretty regularly, so hit me up. Don't forget to follow me on all my socials. Bass on Air, BASS on Air. I'll talk to you guys next time. See ya.